Namaskar. I'm Kala Shankar. Welcome to Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. September has begun, and there's a lot of enthusiasm among devotees of Lord Ganesh after Ganesh Chaturthi. The annual Grand Rath Yatra, organized by the Hindu Temple of North America in Flushing, will be held today. You may still join the procession of Mahavallabh Ganapati after this program. In today's weekly Vision of Asia, we will have a protest by Indian community members against inciting statements of Sam Khan, the Mera India event by Friends of Gujarat in New Jersey, the event Independence Night Out by Desi Girls, the Sava Film Festival, a special report on the annual convention of the Rajasthan Medical Alumni Association, and the birth anniversary of former Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi, which was celebrated in New Jersey. All this coming up right after these messages, so stay with us. Some Indian community members stated that when Sam Khan started mingling with the Indian community members in New Jersey, he had initially introduced himself as an Indian American. This well-known face and friends with many Indian Americans was confronted at an event in New Jersey recently. The reason being that his provocative response and expressions have hurt community members. After the Prime Minister of India had taken Parliament into confidence and restructured Jammu and Kashmir state, the Pakistani Prime Minister began inciting Muslims against India. Sam Khan also called for violent actions against India in a speech. Here are a few glimpses of an event where community members shared their thoughts against his anti-India comments.
I'm here for Sam Khan. He has put such a bad speech in his community that it affects my Indian community from entire India.
Indian community has to understand that these are the people who are from outside and they are taking advantage of it. If you give them one head or one finger, they will take hold your 5 fingers. Make sure you cannot trust these people in your life. I've been experienced with this community. Be careful about these people. And always stay united with your own community and stay together. Support everybody. And Sam Khan has to go out of the town.
We are not here to listen about what Islam says or what jihadi means. Everybody knows, right? Every single terrorist uses this word. So jihad in different contexts for different people is different. In this speech, where the jihad was used, was absolutely to provoke a war against India and Indians within the United States. I don't know how safe we are with living jihadis around us. How safe our children are here, with this jihadi people around us. We will definitely, Indian community will send you the transcript of what he has said. And the language, the way they have used this language. We must take action against such people so that, this kind of community, differences in community cannot be created by any kind of person.
Sam Khan, who has used the American Muslim Council platform, and he had given a hate speech against India, Indians and Narendra Modi. And he used words like, let's create jihad and all that nonsense thing. And we feel that in our community, especially being an American citizen, this should not have happened. Especially, it has been happened in the area of mosque. यहाँ पे mosque के अंदर they started doing hatred speech and all that, which is unacceptable. And we demand from the Edison Township that he must be removed. All Indians are together and he must be removed from all the position which he is holding in the Edison Township. Thank you.
It was done, this particular speech was given at a sacred place. The place where we go for prayers. The place from where we spread the message of peace, harmony, But what it has done basically, it is trying to disturb the peace and harmony of our country. Our children don't care whether you came from India or Pakistan. They are born here. By bringing these issues, we are creating that rift among the community which we should not be creating.
We have no any problem with anyone. But when people speak and he is in government position, he have to respect for the words too, where they have to use. We have to follow the religion, and that's it. I want to say, whatever is the demand from Indian community and Pakistani American community, anyone, you can decide. Thank you very much.
Which basically he's telling a 5-year-old to a 90-year-old person of both the gender to wage a jihad. He's telling people to do whatever they can to stop Modi, who's the Indian Prime Minister, when he arrives in September into the US. He's basically asking them to do whatever they could, by all means, use any means, which also means any means, meaning whatever they have, and stop Modi ji from coming in. He has a self-proclaimed sympathy for people of Kashmir, which he has no business in. Not once he said, we the Americans. He was all talking about we the Pakistanis, we the Muslims. Knowing this person for the last more than 16 years in Edison, it's nothing but lies after lies. So this time it was brutal because, Allahu Akbar, jihad, about 17 times in his speech he was referring to. And he's telling this to the kids. So what is he teaching the generation? What is he teaching to the kids of yours and mine who are born here? He's basically telling them about hate. He's basically telling them about spreading, the anonymity against Indians, against Modi ji, against telling people to revolt. But again, we are Americans. We chose to live in this country. And he has no business to say this. So basically 300 people gathered here and he shamelessly walked in and he apologized 13 times in front of the council, in front of the people. Having said that, the damage is done. My daughter will never forgive Sam Khan, which is also known as Abrar Khan, for what he have done to the kids. I'm sure in that meeting also, all the kids will never forgive him because basically he's doing nothing but creating jihadis in the minds of the people. So this is not forgivable, and this person is a member of the planning board of Edison. So it is our request to Mayor Tom Lanke. It is a request to Ajay Patil, Joe Doyle, and the other councilmen to basically, at least, if he does not voluntarily step out, if he has no shame to step out of that position, to basically kick him out from that position. Otherwise, the Indian American community or the Asian community or the Sri Lankan community and all, will make sure that this is an unforgivable sin to what he has done, which is spreading the hatred.
Friends of Gujarat organized a 3-day event called Mera India in New Jersey starting on August 30th. This event had something in store for everyone. There are opportunities for entrepreneurs and business meets, cultural programs, religious discourses, and exhibitions as a part of this event. Here's a report.
से चली आ रही खुद यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने भी स्वीकार किया है कि पृथ्वी के ऊपर सबसे पुराने ज्ञान की जो किताब है वो हमारे वेद है, और उसी के आधारित हमारी संस्कृति सबसे पुरानी है। उसके अलावा संस्कृति शब्द का अर्थ को पूर्ण रूप से सुचरितार्थ करने वाली हमारी संस्कृति, जैसा अंग्रेजी में कहेगा ना, दैट विच फिल्स अप द वर्ड संस्कृति। संस्कृति शब्द का अर्थ क्या है? संस्करण करना, मतलब to enhance the value of a thing, to increase the worth of a thing.
अन्य विविध प्रकारे चिंतन करती घणी बधी संस्कृतिओ छे, पण विश्वनी अंदर आत्मा ने परमात्माना चिंतननी विचारधाराने लई अने आगळ जो कोई चालती होय तो ए मात्र ने मात्र संस्कृति छे, भारतीय संस्कृति छे। अने आपणे एटले ज कहेवामां आवे छे वसुधैव कुटुंबकम। जे देशनी अंदर, जे माटीनी अंदर आपणो जन्म थयो छे, एना माटे एवुं कहेवामां आवे, चंदन है जिस देश की मिट्टी, चंदन है जिस देश की मिट्टी, तपोभूमि हर गांव, बाला बाला देवी और बच्चे बच्चे राम। बाला बाला देवी और बच्चे बच्चे राम। विश्वनी अंदर एक वृक्षनी अंदर भगवान कोई जोतुं होय तो भारतीय संस्कृति जुए छे। विश्वनी अंदर गायनी अंदर देवोने जोवानी कोईनी संस्कृति होय ते भारतीय संस्कृति छे। विश्वनी अंदर पाणीनी अंदर वरुणने देवताने जोवानी कोई संस्कृति ते भारतीय संस्कृति छे। विश्वनी अंदर अग्निनी अंदर देवताने जोवानी कोई संस्कृति होय तो ए भारतीय संस्कृति छे। मने एवुं लागे छे कि आपणा बहु मोटा सद्भाग्य छे कि આપણે એ દેશમાં જન્મ્યા અને તમે બધા અહીંયા આવ્યા છો। તમે બધા આવ્યા ને એટલે અમે આવ્યા।
This is the 3 days of Mera India, New India celebration in Expo Center in New Jersey. It's an excellent, successful event of this first 2 days. Many visitors, many Indians, they just came and enjoy all multicolor, multinational, lot of speakers. They speak about what's going on in India right now. It's our Honorable Narendra Bhai Modi is exceeding the speed of progress of India, and we're watching all these things. This is a cultural event. Politically, we understand the country is going forward, and we want to show this to our new generation here in America, that what culture, what heritage was India had, and I believe that if continue to have efforts like this, we'll be able to have our heritage continue in this country also. Thank you very much and good evening.
माता तेरा प्रेम ऐसा मिलेगा भला कहाँ, सीने से लगा के धरूं तेरे चरण इस देश में ही जन्मूं सदा मरूं मैं यहाँ।
मुझे यहाँ आके बहुत अच्छा लगा और यहाँ के श्रोता इतना अच्छा है कि वो आखिर तक बैठे हुए हैं, एजेड लोग भी हैं और हर चीज़ का आनंद ले रहे हैं। वो नाच भी रहे हैं, वो पॉपुलर सॉन्ग्स को भी एंजॉय कर रहे हैं और हमारे क्लासिकल को भी उन्होंने सुना। और ये जो फ्रेंड्स ऑफ गुजरात ने ये जो मेरा इंडिया का आयोजन किया है, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। जो हमारे भाई बहन जो हमसे बहुत दूर रहते हैं, हाँ, उनको हमारे भारत के हर चीज़ को देखने को मिल रहा है। ये हर साल होता रहे, यही हमारी शुभकामना है और मेरी प्रार्थना है।
ढूंढ लो तुम्हें ना मिले ऐसा देश कहीं, जग का सरताज ये हमारी मातृभूमि, ये हमारी मातृभूमि।
हाय, मेरा नाम अमी पटेल है। हम सब वरदाल धाम स्वामीनारायण मंदिर से हैं और हम लोग यहाँ पे माई इंडिया न्यू इंडिया प्रोग्राम एंजॉय करने आए हैं। और मेरे भारत के लिए जो प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं, जो ऑर्गेनाइजर है किरीट पटेल, उनको मैं धन्यवाद करती हूँ कि इसने प्रोग्राम अरेंज किया और सबने इतना एंजॉय किया। हमने इतनी वॉलंटियर की, हमको इतना काम करके भी इतना मज़ा आ रहा है कि हम लोग ऐसा बोलते हैं कि एवरी ईयर हम ये वॉलंटरी करना चाहते हैं। मेरी सब बहनों की तरफ से मैं बोलती हूँ कि माई इंडिया न्यू इंडिया इज द बेस्ट। भारत माता की जय।
हरे कृष्ण हरे राम, हरे कृष्ण हरे राम।
You are watching Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. This program brings community coverage and special interviews every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. We also have a weekly special edition of Vision of Asia every Sunday at 11 a.m. Your encouraging response is our strength. Keep writing to us. Stay with us for a short break. Vision of Asia continues right after these messages. Minority Reports organized a Desi Girls Independence Day Night Out event in New York. Organizer Mona Sheikh brought in India and Pakistani female stand-up comedians. It was an attempt to bring peace and harmony through humor. Here's some highlights of that event.
Well, we all here, like you're hearing in the back, the amazing DJ Rekha is playing. I am Mona Sheikh. I'm a stand-up comedian and producer of Minority Report presents Desi Girls Independence Night Out. I'm very, very proud of the show. We are tonight celebrating India and Pakistan Independence Day together, ladies style, because who's bringing the peace to the world? It's the ladies.
We're actually celebrating India and Pakistan Independence Day together tonight. That's right. This is all about unity and love, and we have a brown friend here who's, creepily making videos of me. This is exactly the way I plan to catch a man, right here, just creeping up on me from behind, making videos. Those are the kind of men I'm looking on Shadi.com, you guys. Those are the kind of men. What's happening, guys? What's going on? You guys just came here as two dudes,
We are probably going to hit capacity today. The inside area is pretty much sold out already, and of course the amazing DJ Rekha is here, so people are gonna come out and do some Bollywood bhangra and dance. And we have a lot of people here who are absolutely super excited to see Desi girls, all female Desi comedians perform and bring the house down.
Some Indian people in the audience, copy for India. Clap it up, clap it up. Okay, yeah. You don't have to be ashamed. It's okay, I can understand the light clapter. I'm Indian. Zubi, I'm Bangladeshi, so are any Bangladeshis in the audience? No, we stayed home because we were like, this is not our night.
Hi, my name is Pooja Reddy, and I am a comedian in New York City. Tonight, we are at Minority Reports Presents Desi Girls Night Out. This is a comedy show featuring really hilarious Indian women comedians in New York City. I host my own show called Kutti Gang, and we also feature South Asian comedians, queer, non-binary performers.
That I must inform you all that my mother has followed me on Instagram. So my mom has moved on from being mad that I have white male friends to being mad that my white male friends have not yet found a man suitable to marry me. Progress.
Hi, my name is Nadia Iqbal, and I'm a comedian performing tonight for Minority Reports.
So the thing is with online dating, you'll do this thing where you'll like get a guy's number and then you'll text each other and then they'll be like, hey, how are you? And you're like, I'm fine, how are you? Even though like I'm having an existential crisis, but whatever, we don't know each other yet. And then you just never talk to each other again. So on this one occasion, this guy randomly messaged me asking me to read his blog post and give feedback. And I was like, you know what, I'll bite because one, I hate myself, and two, I like being mad. So this guy's blog post was having standards, or like, yes, having standards will help you control your emotional attachments. No one in the history of the world has ever used a bar graph to show a correlation. Another thing, correlation does not imply causation. Say it with me. Correlation does not imply causation.
I am Not Funny Nadia on all social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Yeah, I heard the 90s were coming back, and I wanted to jump on the bandwagon. I decided to have my midlife crisis, but I didn't have the money for our Ferrari, but I had money to buy rollerblades on Amazon Prime Day. So yeah, there's no brother in prison that I'm waiting for, or I don't have a boyfriend. Ooh, that got dark really quickly.
Hi, my name is Judy Vincent. I'm a comedian, actually excited to get back up on stage after a really long time, born and raised in New York. Really psyched to be on Minority Report tonight.
My mom is Nepali, my dad is Bengali, we're Roman Catholic, and my grandmother was a white woman who adopted my father. So what does that make me? An NRI. A non-recognizable Indian. And, my childhood was like the Desi version of Different Strokes, and my grandmother was Mr. Drummond. And our theme song was Now the World Don't Move to the Beat of Just One Dhol.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Monsoon Puma.
Yes, I'm from South Africa, guys. I'm not all the way Indian. I'm Indian, Scottish, and Zulu. Yeah. I'm like all third world struggle with a touch of white privilege. It's great. I love it. It's amazing. Because people always look at me and they're like, oh, she's definitely packing bags at JFK. You know what I mean?
Hi, my name is Carmen Naidu. I'm all the way from South Africa, performing here at Minority Report, so come and hear my story.
I moved here, Trump, like I said, just was elected president, and like a whole lot of like Caucasian, white people were like marching for Trump. Remember that time? I think they still do it, right? But they came up to me and they were like, oh my God, are you here to march for Trump? I don't know why I feel like all Americans sound like the Kardashians, just please forgive me. They're like, oh my God, did you come here for the Trump march? And I was like, no, we don't come here to help you. We want you to come and help us in Africa, you know what I mean? Like we want to take that $1 a day to save a hungry African kid. Here I am. And she was like, oh my God, so what did you come to America for? And I was like, I just came here for the 4G LTE networks and flushing toilets.
about my life from South Africa, talking about my parents, talking about my granny, talking about living here in America as an immigrant. So it's some exciting stuff.
Sava presented Sikh Arts and Film Festival 2019 at Princeton University recently. These films explored the question of identity and freedom. The message of moving towards equality was creatively expressed in several films. Here's a special report by ITV Gold on the Sikh Arts and Film Festival.
Many such families across South Asia, actually India and Pakistan, whose stories are lost to us forever.
We've been able to capture the beautiful stories of hardship and some of the happy moments that our community has faced, both here at home in the United States as well as abroad in India and Pakistan, Australia and Europe. These are stories of our history, stories of our present, and we hope to continue this work and tell the stories of our future. So very, very proud to be here at Princeton University. I'm very thankful to all of our sponsors for sponsoring this event. So many in the Sikh community have come out to support us. The Sikh American Veterans Alliance, we are focused on promoting Sikh military history and service. So you'll see a number of the movies here today are dealing with our military heritage. And we hope to advance that work here in the United States. So please come out and support us, support our programs, and support our work. Thank you, and hope to see you at the movies.
In November 1914, we were ordered to proceed to the front. We were moving ahead on foot by night when Sowar Sadhu Singh was the first in my regiment to be hit by an enemy bullet. The poor fellow died on the spot.
Our primary objective is to create these scholarships into leading film schools so that mainstream American students can produce Sikh-centric documentaries. The films today you are seeing, they have been produced by Sikh Lens under the Scholarship Project S and Destination S program by the students in leading film schools. They have subject matters ranging from Sikh heritage, culture in Australia, then stories from Pakistan, stories from India, stories from England, stories from US, showcasing the Sikh diaspora around the world.
And so these films are used as pilots. And so even if you have ideas, share those with us. We could definitely try to put them into films.
Out an old trunk, and they had hung this khaki tunic up on the wall. So I looked at it and I said, that looks like a uniform. I said, whose is it? And they said, oh, that was your grandfather's. And I said, what did he fight in this? He fought in World War I. I said, oh wow, World War I.
I learned so much through all these documentaries, learning more about Sikh heritage and Sikh culture and kind of what the values were that Sikhs before us for generations stood for. My personal favorite movie was Asia and the Great War. I learned so much about how Sikhs went into World War I and how they were actually not really recognized for so many years. But it's great that these documentaries are being made so that we can all learn so much about the Sikh heritage in the past. Thank you so much to ITV TV for coming here.
The first minute, and I knew this is the guy I want to get married to. He supported me in every way.
It's like, you should go for it. You should go for it. I know you can do it. I think you can do it. So those kind of supportive words always make you feel that, yes, I think I can do it. You know, I feel very satisfied with what I wanted to achieve in life.
ਉਸ ਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ 'ਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟਰੀ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਕਵਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦੀ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਸਿੱਖ ਲੈਂਜ ਵਾਲੇ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਣਾਵਾਂਗੇ 1 ਘੰਟੇ ਦੀ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟਰੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਓਰੀਜਨਲ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਕੁਛ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਜਾਏਗੀ
It's a great honor to attend this today, to learn what our heritage was, what Sikhs meant in the world diaspora, from fashion to engineering to armed services. We are seeing it today live at Princeton University campus with Sikh Lens Festival.
We have seen a film produced and directed by the young artist, and they brought us few moments of the history where it became a kind of a learning for us, that from where we came and from where we are heading. So yes, it's a good platform for the young generation. And we are very proudly associated with SAWA. We as a Sikhs of New York organization. We do a Turban Day at Times Square every year. We also do a Pink Turban Day, which is now coming up on 8th of September at Central Park, which we do along with Susan Komen for awareness for the breast cancer. We take part in them, we participate, we tie pink turban on that particular day. We do run, we do also 5 kilometer of run with the team there. And please do join us on Pink Turban Day at Central Park in New York.
This is ITV Gold. You are watching Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. Join ITV Gold's Facebook page. Keep emailing details about events to us at events@itvgold.com. And do subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's time for a short break. We'll be right back after these messages. The Rajasthani Alumni Medical Association organizes its annual convention enthusiastically every year. This year, the convention was held in Toronto. It was an opportunity for physicians of Rajasthani origin to mingle with each other while learning about advanced developments in CME. President Dr. Vinod Sanchetti and his team made sure that participants had a taste of Rajasthani cuisine. Organizers also arranged for a Toronto visit and cultural evening, which included motivational speaker Sparsh Shah's speech and singing.
Welcome all of you for Rajmai 30th Annual Convention.
हर्षिका से सुनाता हूँ आपको। आपने मेहदी हसन की गज़ल सुनी है, शेर सुना है कि ज़िंदगी में तो सभी प्यार किया करते हैं, मैं तो मरकर भी मेरी जान तुझे चाहूँगा। तो क्या भूत बन के आएगा क्या?
Changes, it allows the ATP to recruit. ATP is the energy. Krebs cycle, remember that.
Estimated $1 trillion per year waste in US healthcare. An accountable care organization and save money. The physician performing remote patient monitoring is the practice of a patient of chronic disease earning more than $1,000.
If somebody is diabetic, specifically type 1, and he has not developed any proteinuria, he is unlikely to develop diabetes.
So Sparsh has won singing competitions in several countries. He's done over 130 live performances in prestigious venues such as Madison Square Garden, Radio City Music Hall, City Field, National Center of Performing Arts, Cosmo in Barcelona, Centro de Congressos in Lisboa, Portugal, and Sprint Arena in Malaysia.
और जब ये पंक्तियां एक 15 साल के बच्चे के हौसले
और कीमत पर सटीक बैठती हो तो खुशी दुगनी हो जाती है। ABC के ग्रैंड फिनाले में आज मैं एक ऐसे नन्हे जादूगर को यहाँ आमंत्रित करने जा रहा हूँ जो आवाज के जादूगर, अंदाज के जादूगर, सिंगर, songwriter, rapper, motivational speaker, all the way from the United States of America, the Wonder Kid, Sparsh Shah.
Disabilities are not definitions. Mine doesn't stop me from reaching my full potential. It's just given me a different perspective on life. And it made me more grateful for who I am today. And that's why I always tell people that I'm not afraid or disheartened by my disability. I diss my disability. So no one can diss my abilities.
There is a link that has been emailed to all Rajmai members if you would like to make a donation towards this college fund.
In India, that patient came with acute MI in a town like Jodhpur, where there was a medical school, and we just started heparin, aspirin, and waited.
One out of third South Asian will have a heart disease when he gets beyond 65.
The other next meeting will be in Florida. Rohit ने announce किया था, रोहित भी यही है। तो ऐसा कर, मैं अपने शांति स्वरूप होकर वाला डॉक्टर साहब उनको फोन कर। मैंने उनको फोन किया, तू यहाँ मत कर। अरे मैंने कहा मुझे तो करना पड़ेगा। सबने नाम दिया राज को। तो दौलत ने मुझे कहा राज को तू चला जा। तो मैं उसका गए कीमत एयरपोर्ट और राज को उसके घर गए और सारे काम तो राज को मैं जानता हूँ नॉर्मल आदमी है।
Dr. Anil Rao and Dr. Subhas Jain was moderator. Thank you, Subhasji. Thank you very much for moderating CME.
I did want to say a big congratulations to Rajmai, to this convention. You all are probably like one of the oldest alumni that exist out there, and you have been doing a phenomenal job. Every Rajmai I've attended just gets better and better each year. So congratulations to all of you.
जोक था छोटा सा, तो जापान से कुछ लोग आए बिहार में, तो आके बोलते हैं कि लालू जी आप हमें बिहार दे दीजिए, हम 5 साल में इसको जापान बना देंगे। तो लालू जी ने जवाब दिया, अरे कैसे बात करते हैं जी, आप जापान हमें 5 दिन के लिए दे दीजिए, हम इसको बिहार बना देंगे।
The birth anniversary of former Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi, was celebrated by members of the Indian Overseas Congress in New Jersey. Organizers committed to work together to realize Rajiv Gandhi's vision for India. He was born on August 20th, 1944 and served as the Indian Prime Minister from 1984 to 1989. Rajiv Gandhi was only 40 years old when he took on this responsibility. The role of leading the nation came his way due to challenging circumstances. He had not been particularly interested in politics earlier and served as a professional pilot for Indian Airlines. Here's a report on the event to mark the birth anniversary of Rajiv Gandhi.
It is not Rahul Gandhi saying he is my leader. You need that political base in democracy. If there are 150 MLAs, for example, and 100 support one and 50 support young, young won't get elected. That's what happens in democracy.
To the young people of India, I want to remind them that half of India was born after Rajiv Gandhi's death. Rajiv Gandhi was a young leader who really initiated all of the reforms to modernize India. He was single-handedly responsible for reducing voting age to 18 years, implementing Panchayat Raj, pushing telecom, information technology, improving school education, launching technology missions, and many, many other new ideas and institutions.
Politics is not about getting a ticket. Politics is not about winning an election. Okay. I've been in politics for 40 years now. I started in '81. I've consistently denied Rajya Sabha ticket. I don't want to be in Rajya Sabha. I've consistently denied Lok Sabha ticket, any position, any job. I don't need it. That's not my goal in life. We need enough of those too. Not that it's bad to have ticket. But if that becomes the goal in life, you lose track.
I had an opportunity to work with him when India had 2 million telephones. It used to take 10 years to get telephone connection. In a short span of 30 years, India today has over 1 billion phones. We are a nation of a connected billion. In addition, India generates $150 billion worth of software export every year, year after year.
Good evening, Sat Sri Akal. We are here today celebrating 75th birthday of our beloved ex-Prime Minister Shri Rajiv Gandhi ji. Our chairman Sam Pruda was here, and we have a very healthy discussion. How can we help our motherland and our Congress party? This is the main agenda today.
I think causes like this gives us an opportunity to have broader conversation. Events like this. Media picks up some of it. Today there is too much attention to party line. So the outside conversation doesn't get picked up. So you have to tweet. Wow. You have to do Facebook. Thank you. Use social media more often. All we can do is make an effort. Today, not enough people are joining that new conversation. Handful of people are having this new conversation. So we want you to join in the conversation.
When people think of Rajiv Gandhi, several scenarios come to our minds. Some people think of him as a charismatic leader, a visionary who has done great things for India. Others will see him as a man who has continued the legacy of Jawaharlal Nehru, upholding the values of democracy, freedom, and secularism. But I see him in particular for his bold initiative in the areas of information technology and computer automation. The truth was, at one point in time, the people in this country and many Western countries knew India for poverty or for the snake charmers. But that was changed because in the boardrooms of corporate America, suddenly you started seeing CIOs and CTOs. You started seeing doctors in many hospitals and nurses and other professionals. And that's what really made the true change of heart in the people of Western world.
आज जो राजीव गांधी जी की 75th एनिवर्सरी जो बर्थ एनिवर्सरी मना रहे हैं हम लोग, सैम जी हमारे चीफ गेस्ट हैं, और आज एक हमने प्रण भी किया है कि जो राजीव जी की सोच है उसको आगे कैसे लेके जाना है.
That is all the time we have for today's Vision of Asia. Thanks for watching. Do join us again next Sunday for another weekend edition of Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community, only on ITV Gold at 11 a.m. Until we meet again, have a great week ahead. I'm Kala Shankar. Namaste.